Hello and welcome to this video on Championship Manager Season 99-2000, the Cult Classic. This video is a fun one. It's all about the most prolific strikers on the game. What's the definition of prolific? It's present in large numbers or quantities, plentiful, i.e. goals. And let's face it, goals bring success, which brings trophies. It's not a saying, but it might as well be. So here I am. It's a Celtic game I've brought you to. 5 years in, 5th league title in a row. I'm not bragging. We all know Scottish football is usually a two-horse race between Celtic and Rangers. But 121 goals this season. If I take you back to my entire stay with the Hoops. Where are we? 317 games, 901 goals. Now that is in domestic, cup and European football. So, average of 3 goals a game, even in Europe. So, the players I have to thank for this, and the players who can do this anywhere, in my opinion, are these guys. So, we'll start from top to bottom. Mark Antony. Now, believe it or not, this guy was at Celtic a year before we signed him, but they let him go. But luckily, the chairman brought me in, and I've managed to right the wrongs because I brought him back. And 148 goals later in 222 appearances, everyone's happy I did. Yeah. He's Scottish, he plays on the left-hand side up front. I only ever play him there. Trust me, stick him there and he will not let you down. Dave Collins, the next one, English lad. You usually buy him from Burnley for about 100k, but I think I had some competition, so I overpaid on this particular occasion just to get him in the building, and I'm not regretting it. 104 goals in 159 appearances. The one thing though is he has been overlooked by the English national side. Not even got in the 21s when he was eligible, not got in the B squad even. So not happy about that. But I have done a separate video on how to become the English manager, or Scotland manager, or any other nationality manager. So go check that out, and you can right those wrongs if you're as livid as me. Tonton Zola Makuko. Not the best video to represent Tonton because the form of a couple of other strikers on this particular game have left me neglecting him somewhat. But Tonton Zola Makuko is such a class player. He can play either behind the front two or on the right hand side up front. And believe me, when you give him the game time, he will score goals. But the reason I've been neglecting Tonton is for the form of David Collins, who plays really well on the right, and this guy, Cabba Samora. He's 22 in 2004, so when the game starts, he's about 17/18. 1 in 2 for his country. And look at this. 90 goals in 116 appearances. So you can see why I'm struggling to fit Makuko into the team. You will struggle to get Samora because he's non-EU. So if you're in England or Scotland, you'll struggle to get him. If you're in Spain or Holland, for example, you'll get him no problem. All you've got to do is wait for him to play a few times for Sierra Leone, and then you can finally sign him. I think I waited 2 seasons before I could eventually land him for £500,000. Absolute bonus. Absolute bargain, sorry, not bonus. Next one, Andrei Sig Parson. He's an Icelandic starlet because he's 22, 23 when you start the game. Again, nearly a 1 in 2 record for his country. Look at all those 20s. 20 acceleration, flair, pace, technique, work rate, dribbling. And the stats back it up as well. 73 goals in 117 games. A fantastic player. And the other player who I haven't mentioned yet is Muslimovic. Similar to Makuko, I have been neglecting him because of the form of Collins and Samora. But stick Muslimovic on the right hand side up front, he will score you goals. Not as prolifically as the rest, but it's still a fantastic player to have. So all these players, I would certainly place Sig Parson and Antony on the left hand side up front. The rest are all good on the right hand side. Makuko can play really well behind the front two. So can Collins, and so can even Muslimovic. So you've got options here. Now this game, I will delve into a couple of others as well. Javier Saviola. Look at that for the national team. 23 goals in 32 appearances. He starts off in River Plate in Argentina. He is a non-EU again, so you'll struggle to get him in England or Scotland. But if you're managing Real Madrid, Barcelona, for example, definitely get this kid. Play him on the left-hand side up front. Same with Luciano, exact same situation, non-EU player. But again, so talented. Not the best game to judge him from because he's not been as prolific as he normally is on this particular game. But again, so Javier Saviola, as I mentioned, Andrei Sig Parson, all great on the left-hand side. Collins, Makuko, Muslimovic, Samora, all great on the right-hand side. This one's a fun video because it's all about goals. And as I say, it's all about consistency as well. And that is consistent with the goals. And that leads you to winning 5 Scottish Cups in a row and 5 League Cups in a row, which I'm particularly proud of because I don't normally do that. I normally mess up. Rangers, Aberdeen, Motherwell, I'll get drawn away in the quarterfinals and lose to one of those. So I usually slip up. This is one of the very, very rare occasions I've actually managed to do 5 trebles in a row, which never normally happens. And as I was saying, goals do count because we've managed to get to 3 European Cup finals in a row. Only won 1, which I'm mega annoyed about. But it just goes to show that if you've got prolific strikers in the building, such as these guys, the world is literally your oyster. So enjoy yourselves, get these guys, and let me know how you get on. Please like, comment, and subscribe. But above all, and as always, thank you very much for watching.